Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot, and welcome to our weekly guidance reading. What do you need to know this week? Just any kind of predictions, guidance, anything in your highest good to know this week. So I'm going to show you each one, and for this reading I'm going to be starting off actually with my handmade deck. I usually use the Rider cards, but I felt like using mine today. So I'm going to show you each one, but before I do, I just want to let you know that the slots are almost filled up for the sale for the personal readings. The link is below if you want to have a personal reading, and the summer sale is still going on. Okay, so here are the four groups. We have group number one. This is the Golden Healer Quartz for group one. For group number two, we have the Selenite. Group two. For group three is the chrysoprase. And for group four is the rose quartz. Okay, so just go with your gut. If you ever feel like you are not really called to any group, it might not be the right time to watch the video or not the right video. Just take as much time as you need. You can pause and I'll announce them again. So we have group number one, group number two, group number three, and group number four. Okay, so whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number one, which is Golden Healer Quartz. So again, this is my handmade deck that I'm going to be using called the Child Tarot. If you want more info or if you're interested in its info's below. Spirit, this reading is for group number one, please, our Golden Healer Quartz, and the guidance for them this week. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to actually start off with just the energies for you, how you're going to be feeling, your overall energy for the week. I don't want to get confused with the outer energies just yet. Spirit, moving forward into just this week. So this is not a timeless reading. This is the only readings that I do that are not timeless. Spirit, just for this week, for group number one, in the area of self, just their energy moving forward, what energies are coming towards them this week only. Thank you. This week for group one. In the area of self. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we start off here with it's funny because I saw this card pop out for you, and I just noticed it when I think I was cutting it or shuffling. You have the Master of Summertime. This is the King of Wands. You have the little lemonade stand there and the money sign, so I hope that's a good thing. So let's just get the other cards. You have the Two of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the Fool. I'm just gonna, I probably have this habit of like switching the names. My deck has all different names. So here's what I'm seeing for you guys for this week. I do think that there will be a little bit of an up and down with your energies and your mood, because it does look like it might be towards the middle of the week, maybe like Wednesday or Thursday, where there's just going to be this tiredness. The rest of the week looks pretty good though. I'll get there. But it does look like within some point in the middle of the week, you're just going to be quite tired, maybe bogged down by some extra responsibilities, whether it's at work or home or wherever. It's just a bit more. Could be a bit overwhelming for some of you. It's not going to be permanent. This is not going to be, anything, that you cannot recover from. But I'm just mentioning that it might be kind of heavy towards that middle point of the week. Overall, though, I do think that this is going to be a good week for you. Of course, potentially, right? So if you're open to receiving that positive energy, I do see good things. I think that you're heading into the week with a sense of optimism about something. Could be some kind of a future project or idea that you are thinking about working on, just again, open towards there. Some of you, I think that you're envisioning the future a bit more for this week for some reason. I don't know what it is about this week. Maybe I think it's, what is it, the new moon today? I should follow the phases, but I don't. So there could be some reason in your life, or it even could be a collective energy where you're focusing more on the future, you're focusing more on your specifically your future success and the ways that you can go about that. And then later on towards the end of the week, I do see you being quite happy, just wanting to start fresh, wanting to have some sort of adventure, do something new, just do something fun where you can feel open and free to do whatever it is that you want. You came up right from that burdensome energy, so you climbed right out of that, and whatever it was, you're like, I'm not going to let this energy carry over into the weekend. I'm just going to, kind of release that. So yeah, overall looks pretty good. I don't see really any cause for concern. Is there anything else that they need to know in the area of self for this week? The Golden Healer group, thank you. This week, please, thank you. Let's see here. We have the Loner, the Hermit. So I think that this is a good thing for you guys in this week, because again, you're going to be doing a lot of contemplation, planning, and again, I am seeing that positive potential turning into some sort of, they use the phrase even, kinetic energy. I think that you're going to be collecting your energy this week, collecting your thoughts, your plans, your goals, and you're going to really be preparing to push it forward into the action stage. So again, you did start off with Master of Summertime, King of Wands, where some of you, it could even be for your own personal, if you're doing like a business or something like that, or some kind of a creative project, or any kind of new goal, really, because it obviously is going to vary. But that is a lot of your energy is going within, and then you will be ready to bring it out into the world. There's some of you, I feel like you are going to be getting into some writing. If it's not writing physically in a journal or in whatever it is, like your phone, there is going to be some deep analytical type of activity. This is what they're saying, activity this week. Some of you, it could even just be you spend some time alone in a park or something like that. Definitely some alone time is going to happen this week. Anything else that they need to be aware of just to prepare or anything like that? But like I said, so far so good. And then you have these three here, actually 4 and 5 on the bottom, major arcana cards here. We have Daydream. This is the High Priestess card. So this is really strong. I don't know if this is just a collective shift, but for you guys in group 1, such a strong energy of internal work, psychic work, analytical work. I feel you're going to be quite comfortable doing this. If you're not used to doing this, you're going to be comfortable, and it might even surprise you. The rest of you who have already been doing this stuff, it's just going to be, continuing sort of like, I feel like it's going to be a relaxing experience for you. Another thing that comes to mind when I said you're going to be doing some writing, if it's not that, it could be something self-care, like, how people do the mandala coloring, meditative coloring, or meditation. It could be, of course. Okay, so again, it's looking great. Is there any final advice for this week? The only advice that they're giving you with this card and with the bottom of the deck here is to just reach out for help if you need it from your guides or from people in your life. So you are definitely striking me as a loner in a general sense of, not a loner like an introvert loner, more like you are self-sufficient. So if you are used to doing things on your own, Spirit is just reminding you that you do have help available. That whether it's 3-dimensional people or spirit guides or whatever the case is, you do have plenty of help available to you. Please do not be shy to ask for that help. I was doing this regularly, in the recent, and I really feel, and I'm very thankful to my guides and angels, I really feel that they came through and helped me out of like when I was stuck and everything. So looking great for the inner world. I'm just going to get a quick peek into the outer world. Doesn't look like anything bothers you. It looks like you're releasing anything if it needs to be released. You're focused on yourself, you're focused on the goals. Spirit, moving forward, what external circumstances, events, energies do they need to know about for just this week? Group 1, thank you. What do they need to know, be prepared for? Anything out of the ordinary like that? I feel like you're going to be in deep discussion with somebody close to you this week. It could be a friend, a family member, a lover, a business partner, really whoever. But you're going to be in deep conversation. And I think that you're going to be talking about some sort of shared passion, shared goal, passion, or shared plan, you know, because obviously it depends on everybody. This person is going to be, I think, very important in terms of the flow. This person, if this is gonna be a consistent thing, and if it's not just like a one-time thing, this person is an important, I think, piece of your puzzle. So maybe just keep that one in mind. Some of you, it won't be lasting. It could just be literally one conversation, but either way, they're going to impart some kind of special knowledge or inspiration, and I think it's vice versa. I think that you will do the same for them as well. Notice the teddy bear angel up here that made this happen. Not a teddy bear angel, but an angel or a guide brought you two together in some way to discuss this. You have the healer of summertime. This time it was the counterpart before. And then you have the chariot or go in my deck. So you have the two dogs here kind of leading the way. Let's keep working. Let's focus. So again, it's the same thing. This is really matching your first spread, showing that you just keep going for things. Looks like a bright and positive energy. You know, the sun is out shining. I don't know if that's a literal thing, but you're certainly feeling that. Again, there's this energy of focus, determination, and movement. Is there anything else that they need to know maybe towards the middle or end of the week? This is probably towards the beginning-ish, like Tuesday, Monday. What else do they need to know, please, Spirit, for the rest of the week? Outer world. The daydream card came back. All right. Yeah, so this card came back. Heavy daydreaming this week. And if this is an external energy, it even could be just representing some kind of quiet, some kind of peace, things happening beneath the surface in I think in a positive way. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so there's going to be some direct communication here coming through. It's not clear if it's a different person than this one. It kind of depends, but there is direct communication. This is the Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so some type of correspondence, communication from directly a masculine energy, just someone who's that's all they're actually telling me is like somebody. I can't get a read off of them. I think it's probably because the tree is just so happy. But the thing they said to me first was something like they're looking out for you, but I can't say that with certainty just yet. Spirit, can you tell us who is this and what is this communication happening for group number 1? And sorry if I'm stumbling. I'm sleep deprived again, and I was gonna say, like, I stumble a lot when I don't sleep properly. Can you tell us who this is and what is their message to group 1? What do they need to know? So, okay, we have the Seven of Wands and the Empress. Well, I mean, it just kind of looks to me like this was something, I mean, for some of you, this might have just been something that you were waiting to hear about. Can we know a little bit more about what's going on here? Why did we get these cards? What's going on with this correspondence, this communication? It could have to do with some sort of a decision, some sort of up and down thing. You were waiting for some sort of clarity, some certainty, and that's just about as much as they're going to tell us. I think they want it to be a surprise. Can you tell us anything more? What outcome is this going to bring for group 1? What outcome is this going to bring for group 1? You know why they may not be being totally clear is because this is almost like a 50-50 split. Some of you, what I can tell you here is whatever this news is, I feel that this is always going to be true. Whatever happens for us is in our highest good. So this is something that I was telling myself a lot recently. You know, like, if this is meant to happen, then please let it come through. If not, then I surrender this. So please let it be in my highest good, right? That's what I think is happening here. So either way, you're going to get some news, is what they're saying. So you have the same card as before. This is the Strength card. You have the same card as before. This is the Ten of Wands. The Queen of Swords. And then you have the, this says forgiveness. This is the Judgment card. So they are not telling you what this person is saying, just again, that you will receive some news. And I do feel it'll happen maybe on Thursday. Which does link up with what we said before, where it felt kind of heavy one day, maybe in like the middle-ish of the week. So that is all they're saying. I'm going to get one more thing. Other than that, I mean, I feel like it's going to be pretty smooth. I think that this news or communication was the only thing that could have just, you know, made you feel a bit nervous or whatever it was. Anything else? Any final messages for what's coming towards Group 1 this week? Any final messages? What do they need to know about this week? Thank you. That's the third time you're getting this card. You got this again, the Daydream card. I feel strongly that a lot of you are going to be manifesting this week. These are the same exact cards as before as well, the Two of Wands and the King of Wands. So yeah, be careful with what you're manifesting this week. This is here again. Wow. Take care to manifest something positive for yourself. That is probably another reason why we didn't get a definite energy for those paper planes, the Eight of Wands, because it's not quite set yet. And I do think that that's very true. I think that, you know, things like the law of attraction, the way we manifest. So make sure that you're manifesting something that is hopeful, you know, again, no matter what that is. Sometimes, and a lot of times, we think we might want something and we might think it's best for us, but you guys know how it works already, is that divine only knows what's best for us and our guides know. This is the Star card. So yeah, just be hopeful. Be open to all kinds of different possibilities. You already know that if something doesn't come through, then it usually means that something better is out there. But for some of you, I do see that it was the news that you wanted. I'm sorry I cannot get a unified answer, but again, it's going to be different for everybody. So let me know what happens if that does resonate with you. Let's just get a final pull. Final card, please, for Group 1. Thank you. And your final advice or your card is, this is really nice. I'm glad I got this. Your final card is the Nine of Pentacles. So you're going to succeed. You're going to have your pentacles. Some of you, this is a literal graduation on this card, and just like saving money, establishing some sort of freedom and independence. So again, you're going to get there. It's just the way to get there might look a little uncertain at times, but this is your goal and you will get there. So Group 1, I do hope that this was helpful. And again, please just remember about what you feed your mind, you feed your energy. It does create real results in the world, okay? So thank you guys so much. Again, if you like my deck, the links are below. And don't forget, the sale is coming to an end for personal readings, and the information is also below, okay? Thank you once again. Have a great week, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 2, the selenite. So I'm going to start off with just your own energy for this week. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2. What do they need to know this week? Thank you. So yeah, I mentioned that this is my handmade deck. If you like it, the link is below. Spirit, for group number 2, selenite, just in the area of self, what's going on with them moving forward into this week? Can you tell us just for their own energy, self, internal? Thank you. Selenite, what do they need to know? All right. here. You actually have a little bit of a mix of energy. Group number 2. Okay. I'm trying to get the energy of just yourself, but it does look to me like some of you might have someone in your energy. So first you have your daydream, which is the High Priestess. You have the 2 of imagination or cups. You have the 10 of wands or summertime. And then you have the 7 of imagination or of cups. So this is interesting to me. Kind of feels like, again, it does feel like a mix of, could be a mix of emotions, could be a mix of your moods. By the way, sorry if I stumble and slur a little bit. I'm sleep deprived again, so my bad. So this was the same exact placement that the other group got for the burden. So that leads me to wonder if it is a bit of a collective thing, could be an environmental thing where it's just a bit heavy on that day. This could be around maybe, it could be around Wednesday. I mean, it's not a guarantee because it's just the around that middle point of the week. I think at first you are a bit in the daydreamy energy where you don't feel as focused. You feel a bit preoccupied, I think, with something or someone that has been on your mind. And if it's not an actual person, it could be some kind of an inner, I would even call it a dilemma with yourself. Some of you, it could even be a positive thing where you've been trying to focus on healing yourself, and that's where this card comes in. So it's going to differ for everyone. But like I said, this is going to be an airy sort of, as you can see, daydreamy feeling for you. And that, I don't think it's exactly going to bother you. But the reason why you start to feel a bit burdened and I would say confused or kind of disconnected is because of that. So the only reason that would cause this energy is if this is an imbalance, right? So they say kind of like if our third eye or our crown chakras are overactive, we're really not connected to the physical in our bodies, right? Because it's just like a little bit too much. I guess there is such a thing as too much spirituality, too much psychic energy, and then we forget we're on planet Earth sometimes, you know? And I feel like that's very true. I'm often spacey and just not, you know, like not really present. So if you want to prevent some of this feeling of imbalance or confusion, you can just ground yourself and just, you know, just try to be a little bit more present in the physical while having a balance of that spirituality. It's tricky. I could tell you that. Of course, it's tricky. There are crystals to help with this purpose, though. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think blue kyanite was one that helps to balance the chakras. I'm sure there's plenty of other crystals, but if you can't do crystals, you can look up some of the really amazing YouTube meditations that are available for balancing the chakras. A simpler thing you could do is just take a long walk, you know, just to, again, ground. Spirit, what else in the area of self do they need to know this week? Group number 2. And then towards, I think, probably more towards the end of the week, I do think you're going to have some sort of a dose of confidence and willpower, and it might feel like it's coming out of nowhere. This can come through for you if you're open to it, and if you even ask for this energy, you know, ask your guides and universe and stuff like that. So I do think that you're going to feel this sudden spike of either creativity, confidence, or willpower. So it's really depending on whatever it is that you're wanting to come into your life. So for example, this is really random, but it just reminded me of this was years ago, but it reminded me of this one particular weekend where I was actually guided to this, but I randomly got invited to this art event, like the paint and sip and stuff like that, and I wouldn't really usually do something like that, especially like on the spot, but I ended up going because I just went with the flow. And it was like this sudden spike of creative energy, you know, like all of a sudden. And so for you guys, it could be something like that. It could be because of an event, even though this is still area of self, but there is something that I feel might have caused this energy. So kind of some of you, if it's not creative, you're feeling empowered, you're feeling like, I don't know, like you're feeling cool. Like I just thought it was funny because the sunglasses, some of you might be feeling like attractive and radiant. Any other advice, or is that everything, Spirit, for the area of self for this week? We have another one. And that's it. I feel like that's it. You know, you're just going with the flow. You are focusing on action. This is a mix of determination, discipline and focus, with a mix of, let's say, just kind of like, let's just get this over with. You know, you just wanna move forward. That's only if you're not grounded this week. If you're not grounded and you're feeling spacey, then this Go card, which is the Chariot card, it might make you feel like you're just, brushing things aside, like, let's just get this over with, like, in terms of what you have to do at let's say, work or wherever. And then you just want to get to that ending point so you can have some enjoyment. So, yeah, again, it's a mix. If you are grounded and if you are focused, then this is going to definitely be more to that, more productivity. So let's get the outer realm for you. I shouldn't say realm. Spirit, in their external, what is happening for group number 2 in their outer world, external anything, for this week only? Thank you. Okay, what's happening for them in their outer world? What do they need to know? Thank you. Okay, so yeah, definitely I feel, even though I know that this might have sounded a bit cliche, I do feel like towards the end of the week, or at in the weekend, you guys are going to be spending some nice social time, probably like sharing some stories, sharing drinks or food, or whatever it is that you like to do. And this does include people who don't usually do that. So let's say that you're usually introverted, or just you don't have time, or you don't have money, or whatever the case is. I feel like there will be some enjoyment and almost like celebration for some of you as well. So I feel like that's coming through. Whoops. So, which is a total difference from the beginning of the week. I feel like the beginning of the week is going to be the opposite. This is, I feel, going to be, for a lot of you, it could be like Friday, Saturday, let's say. That's more like, I guess, like the expected thing. It could be around that time. But towards the beginning of the week, I feel like it's going to be much more withdrawn. Not necessarily only with you, but all of these 3 cards are suggesting that there is like, some spending time alone, kind of withdrawing into yourself, not necessarily feeling excluded, but just kind of, there's going to be this disjointed energy. So depending on where you are, because you could be at work, home, with people, I don't really know, because it's different, but it just feels like people are minding their own business, people are doing their own thing. So you're just focusing on whatever it is you have to do. Again, you're probably feeling spacey, and it might be because, like, if you're not happy with this, like if you don't like being alone, if you don't like kind of being outside of the action, I guess, for some of you, or the activity, then yeah, like this might end up being a bit of like, not a sad feeling. I don't think you're exactly sad, but it is a little bit kind of low energy. So yeah, nothing too much is going on within the outer world other than that. What else do they need to know about their external world for this week? Anything else? Okay. Okay, so any other messages here? So we have the 2 of Cups. It feels like, even though it's like a wonky, disjointed energy, it doesn't feel like a lack of harmony, but there's something that in your outer world this week feels a bit off. So for example, if it's like one person is not in a good mood, or there's like a difference of your schedule this week, or you have some extra obligations to do, or just whatever it is, something just feels a bit off. And that might be causing some of that, some of this mood as well. So what else do we have here? We have, I do feel like there is some sort of strong support, though. I don't know who this is, but there could be at least one person this week that wishes to kind of initiate some sort of more positive energy with you. Group 1 got a similar message. I don't know if you were drawn to that. It was different though. This one is a bit more of like almost like an acquaintance energy, like saying, hey, like, are you okay? And then, hey, we should do this, and I guess you end up doing it. Anything else in the outer world for this week for group 2? Yeah, so definitely very, very split here for you guys. So beginning of the week, even first couple of days, because this is just towards the end of the week, maybe Thursday, Friday, possibly Saturday. But the whole first part of the week, I feel like it feels kind of, it's hard to explain this, but it feels foggy in my head. So maybe you're going through something where you just feel like that brain fog. I mentioned sleep deprivation before. It could be something like that. You have here the Four of Swords, where you just, again, sitting to yourself, kind of just wanting to withdraw a little bit. But the cutoff point here, it does shift. Your energy of your week, of your outer world does shift, and you might as well, as we did see. We have the Learner of Cicadas. This is the Knight of Swords. So yeah, shifting here. This could happen anywhere towards the end of the week. We do see that movement. It went from slow and foggy to all of a sudden kind of like sharp and direct in the energy of the week. Is there a reason this happens, or does it just happen? Because it could be collective energy. What is the reason, please? I think that, I don't know if you were manifesting it. I don't know if maybe it was just some sort of a power. The energy itself sort of just became lighter. I don't think there's really a reason for it. I just think that this is the way that it was going. Could have even been something with the environment or the astrology of things. I don't know how it works, but yeah. Okay. Hanging, yeah. So you have hanging around. Again, it's like that limbo feeling, kind of like time doesn't even exist. Do we have any other final advice for group number 2 about this week? Anything else that they need to know or think about for this week? Thank you. So your final advice is, I feel like this is just asking you again to ground yourself, to make sure that you feel secure. Because if you feel secure and grounded within your own energy, if you do like a brief meditation, kind of realign possibly your chakras, then I think that no matter what, you're going to have a good energy because you're protected. Here, the other final message of advice is to just... I would say like be open and shine your light. So over here, you're kind of, like I said, it, just as an example, just kind of closing off your light. But here you're beaming in your light, and you're also inviting others in just by your smile, by eye contact, by maybe just like some sort of greeting, towards them, just something very simple. And I do think that pays off. I think that sometimes when we're caught up in our own energies, like if we're in kind of a crabby mood, sometimes just sharing some kind of joy with other people, it's so much more valuable than we sometimes remember, especially if you're introverted, okay, like me. So I think that's pretty much it, group 2. Yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary, but let me know how it goes. I hope that this was helpful. Again, the sale is pretty much almost over. The slots are almost taken for the personal readings. The info is below. Thank you guys so much. I hope it helped again, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 3, which is the chrysoprase. So I'm going to start off with your energy. Spirit, this is for group 3, chrysoprase. Thank you. And just their energy in the area of self. Okay. So yeah, I mentioned that this is my handmade deck. If you like it, the info is below. Spirit, for group number 3, please. What do they need to know this week? What is in their highest good to know this week? Just in their own energy, just in the area of self, please, this week. Thank you, thank you. Group 3, group 3. I'm gonna get one more. All right. So just for you guys and your energy, you have 3 major arcana cards, really powerful. So I think that you guys are going to have quite a nice week. This is a lot of power here. This is, I'll show you. So we have the Magician, or Magic Tricks, the Loner or the Hermit. I think I've seen this in all 3 groups so far. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, or Polynoses in my deck. And then we have Go, or the Chariot. This is another card that I kept seeing. So in just your own energy, I feel like this is a really great start. If there's more towards the end of the week, I'll pull a few more cards. But yeah, you're starting off quite strong, very much focused, very much just kind of, I think that what you're doing here with your energy is you're almost conserving it. That kind of took me by surprise, but it's kind of like you're so focused within your own little egg of energy. I don't know if it's because you're focused on a goal or you just kind of want to protect your health or your energy health, but you're starting really strong. This could mean that you're a bit more internal, kind of more in thought, in depth with yourself. Maybe you're doing some activities that are for yourself. I think group 1 also got, just like journal writing or working on some kind of project. I of course, it's going to differ for everyone. But again, really strong start here. Lots of confidence, self-sufficiency, resilience, everything about being your own leader of your life and kind of having that power is coming through here. This could resonate for sure more if you're starting some kind of a new, let's say like a health routine, a new job, a new habit, whatever it could be. I feel like it's a nice strong start. With the 10 over here, the 10 of Pentacles, again, this is really positive energy. It's just very abundant, prosperous. And again, what was just being in command of things. I think that this is something that is a gift, to you. As you can see that there was a gift on this card. So if this card was referring to your outer world, it could be talking about things like prosperity and job and family. But since this is just for you, it's all of that. Feeling whole, feeling complete, feeling stable and trusting of yourself. And then we have the Go card, the Chariot card. So it's saying that, again, that is your focus. But now we're taking that internal focus and we're pointing it forward, right? So you are moving forward very nicely here towards whatever it was you were thinking about. Is there anything else in the area of self for group number 3 this week? This feels with the Magician and the Loner, or I just mixed those up, the Magic Tricks and the Loner card, it feels like a boss energy. Like how they have on YouTube, the title is literally like a boss, and it shows these people doing these stunts and whatever else that with such confidence. That's what I was feeling with you guys. It's just feeling so capable within yourselves. So we have 2 more major arcana cards. That's quite a few. Okay, so 2 more major arcana cards. You have Forgiveness and the Wheel. This is supposed to be the Judgment card in the Wheel of Fortune. So I think that with these 2 here, you're becoming really serious about an aspect of your spirituality for this week, for whatever reason. I think you're speaking prayers to your guides. I think you're receiving messages from your angels and guides. I'm noticing the similarity with the book and the notes. Did you have that here? It was just like the journal, but you had it here as well with the newspaper. But you see how there's a music stand with the tiny little notes there, and then you have it here on the bottom. So this week, I think I have a feeling you're actually asking for a sign from your guides, and you're just like, please show me the way. I'm open to whatever. That's the energy I'm getting here. And I do think that inevitably it will come to you. I'm just not sure yet if it's going to happen this week in an obvious way. Well, we can take a look. But yeah, this week you're really taking it up a higher notch with your spirituality, with your path, your mission, your destiny, everything. Again, I don't know why it's this week. It just could be because you're ready. That's, doesn't have to be a reason. I'm drawn to the ladybug here. So, just like a feeling of fortune, a feeling of we said prosperity before. It's here again. Prosperity, fortune, good luck. And again, destiny. Looking really strong. Very powerful. Okay. So let's see the outer world. If anything is... I mean, I feel like nothing is going to phase you. Nothing is going to knock you off balance. But let's just see if anything is there. Spirit for group number 3. Can you tell us about their outer world this week? What do they need to know this week for their outer world? Spirit moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in the outer world? Thank you. Chrysoprase. What energies are coming towards them in their outer world this week? Thank you. Okay, so some of you might be dealing with a bit of, it could be a feeling of struggle. I don't know if some of you are dealing with like financial struggle or interpersonal struggles, you know, like whatever it is, like with friendships or even just like with yourself. I don't know if it's like your health. It's something here could make you feel like you're lacking or you're struggling with something early into the week, which is why you were so, I think, where you're so focused with the Magician card and with the other cards. I think that you're trying to get out of this environment of either lack or some kind of coldness in some way, you know? And again, I do think that you're gonna very much succeed because you are bringing in a lot of light and warmth, whereas this you can see is literally it's cold in the card. So this is the 5 of Pentacles, by the way. So more about your outer world is still quite internal here. You're just by yourself. You have the Queen of Cups there, the 4 of Swords, the Judgment card, but in my deck it's Forgiveness. Sorry if I'm jumping around with the my names and the other names. I kind of have that habit. It's hard to stick to one. So yeah, it feels quiet. It feels like, I mean, here actually in all 3 of these, the figure is closing their eyes. So it just feels like the outer world isn't really interesting to you this week. You're just doing your thing, staying to yourself. Whatever is happening in the outer world, if it used to bother you, you don't care anymore. You're just like, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm going to make my life better because that's, you know, what else can I do? That's why I'm here. What else in their outer world do they need to know, please? Group 3. Anything else? We have here the Empress Mama card. What else in their outer world? That's a brightness, though. That's an abundance right there. I think in maybe the middle of the week, you might be, again, with the Loner card. I feel like you just don't want to deal with people this week. I feel like you're going to be experiencing some kind of abundance environmentally. So whether you're just actually going to a park or dealing with plants or flowers or something physical this week, I feel like that's midweek. Can you tell us anything more about their outer world this week? Anything that they need to be aware of? We have the 2 of Swords. And then we have the 4 of Wands. It seems that there could be a decision here that needs to be made. Can you tell us anything more about the 2 of Swords or 2 of Cicadas? Or it could be a feeling of a decision or a feeling of some sort of insecurity. They're not really, let me see. 2 of Cicadas, please. I feel like it could be for some of you some sort of path in your, some kind of fork within the road or some kind of, that's what I meant by decision. I don't, honestly, I feel like this is not anything out of the ordinary. This is just something in your daily life where you might feel a bit indecisive in where to go or what to do, but not in a spiritual sense. This is really just about the everyday. So as you can see this week, it's like, again, it's not phasing you. You're not as connected to your outer world as maybe you might regularly be, because you're so much more connected to your inner world. Let me see about this. Anything else we need to know? What's coming towards them this week, outer world? And then we have the death card, or roundabout here. This could be some sort of an ending of a cycle, some sort of ending of a cycle, a new beginning. And then you have here the Master of Summertime, or the King of Wands. How is that affecting them, though? Because I'm not sure if this is another person, per se. Is this affecting group 3? This category for me is always a little bit trickier, because court cards are really very confusing, at least to me. So here we have the Flow card. This is the Temperance card. I'm not really seeing any issues here. I just see that if it is the case where some of you are dealing with another person, I feel like it's going to be a really kind energy. Overall, the themes that we're seeing here, there's some sort of being social, being extroverted. There's some sort of peace. Some of you, if it's relevant, there could be reconciliation or just peaceful energy with each other. The roundabout card is talking about, again, coming to the ending of some sort of cycle, and I think starting fresh. So either way, I feel like this is a positive. Any final messages for group number 3? Any advice for this week? Thank you. Okay. Final messages. We have the Fool, or the Game, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles again. This is nice. So like I said, you know, you're really just focused on your future, your prosperity, your potential. And I feel like you're just, you don't want to play, as it says here, it's like you don't want to play games. You just want to live your life and start that path. I think a lot of you are wanting that fresh start in some sense. And again, you will succeed. It might feel mysterious how to get there, but you will definitely succeed. So this week, I don't know if this resonated for you. I was a little confused with some of it, but I do hope that some of it was helpful. Okay, so I think that's it for you guys in group 3. Thank you guys so much. Let me know how it goes. The early summer sale is almost done, so the link is below if you want that personal reading with the discount. Okay, so thank you, and sending you blessings, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 4, which is Rose Quartz. So Spirit, this is for group 4, please. Please provide us clear guided messages. What guidance do they need this week? Thank you. What do they need to know this week? So again, this is, I mentioned in the intro, this is my handmade deck. If you like it, the info is below. So Rose Quartz group, Spirit, just in the area of self, we're going to start off with just your energy health, stuff like that, your mood, anything internal. Spirit, for group number 4, Rose Quartz, what do they need to know this week, just within? Just how are they going to be feeling and doing this week only? Thank you. Group 4, Rose Quartz, thank you, thank you. Okay, this is actually a very interesting mix of cards. So you have the 4 of Swords, or cicadas in my deck, the 6 of Wands, or summertime, and then the Hanged Man, or hanging around. That is, I really find it an interesting mix, because they're kind of, it's like opposite. Like you have, like, I'm not really sure what to make of that at first glance. I just thought it was funny and cute because of, you know, it's like one is kind of sleeping and resting, the other one is jumping for joy, and the other one is just kind of hanging there. Okay, so this could, of course, just represent the fact that there could be a mix of energies for you, but I feel like it's, I feel like definitely this is a positive thing. I feel like this week you're surrendering completely and it's working for you. I think that these both cards are talking about some sort of surrender, because in the first card you're resting, you're replenishing yourself, you're recharging your battery for sure. Even if you don't have that moment to take that break in terms of your schedule, I think that you're still taking it easy. And then over here with the 6 of Wands, I think that you're celebrating something within yourself. It could be like a feeling of gratitude. It could be a feeling of self-celebration where you're feeling happy about something you've done, you're looking back on your achievements, or you're thinking about future achievements. So whatever it is, I think that it's going to be filling you with joy and celebration. And then with hanging around, as I said before, you're just kind of here, surrendering, existing, being very present. I don't think you're waiting for something, but it might begin to feel like you are. But in any case, what Spirit wants you to know about this week in particular is that whatever energy you are embodying is the energy that you're going to really be feeling, and then I guess like perpetuating, like you're going to be continuing to create that energy over and over again. So if you are in the energy of gratitude and just of hopefulness, then that's going to continue. That's going to really continue to move forward in its momentum. So that's just something that they wanted to tell you. Okay, so what else? In the area of self for group number 4, what do they need to know just for this week? You have here the Labyrinth. This is the Moon card. Anything else to go with that? I think that there's going to be a lot that I think you're trying to figure out about yourself, actually. And then you have the Teacher. This is the Hierophant card. Okay. I think you're going to be looking to the divine a lot this week, but in a way that surprises you. I think that here you were kind of just doing your thing, even like minding your own business. But then over here towards the middle to towards the end of the week-ish, I think that some divine intervention might come your way, and it's going to sneak up on you within the labyrinth, so to speak, and you're going to look over your shoulder and be like, whoa, it's there. So I think you're going to get a visit from a guide this week who's going to give you some sort of important message about just confirming that you're either on the right track or to remind you to stay on your track. I do feel like I may have said that to you at some point before, that you'll get a visit from a guide or messages from a guide. And if I did, I feel like, for you guys in particular, I feel like it's a very important thing to always mention your spirit guides, either because you need the reminder or because you just need validation that they are here to help you, literally teaching you ways that, will be helpful to you. Can you tell us a little bit more about their inner world this week? What do they need to know? I do think you're going to be coming into some sort of peace and surrender with yourself as well. Reminds me of that song. I don't know the artist name, but it's just called Surrender. And especially because I just saw it on YouTube recently, and so I don't know if those lyrics will mean anything to you, but it's the one that says, can we surrender, like that one. So anyway, I think that this is going to be within just yourself. I feel like for a lot of you, like maybe a good majority of you, I think that you're going to finally have that kindness towards yourself, or finally understand and unlock that spiritual puzzle piece that maybe was not entirely there before. It wasn't fully clicked, or like the switch wasn't fully clicked on, And I think you are going to learn a really important lesson about self-compassion this week, and even self-forgiveness, if that's relevant. So here with the 4 of Polynoses or Pentacles, you're going to be coming out of stuckness and into some sort of a feeling of security. Okay, so this is going to be a really good week for your spiritual growth, definitely. Yeah, the first couple lyrics are coming to me. We let the waters rise, we drifted to survive. So yeah, I feel like if you read that, if you look up the lyrics, there's definitely a message there for you, for most of you anyway. Anything else? Any final messages for self for group 4? Yeah. So yeah, it does seem to me that there was battles, there was a feeling of scarcity, struggle, even deprivation in many ways for you, especially internally. There's like these repeating battles. But I do feel like a lot of that is going to be washed away in some sense. And again, we have the spirit guide here. So you have the Child of Summertime, that's the Page of Wands, and then you have another page or child card on the bottom with another guide. So we keep seeing guides for you guys. So I think that your guides are patient as well as relentless in saying, I am here, we are here, work with us if you don't already. And if you do, just, be patient for their messages, because it might come through in ways that are really surprising. So let's take a look at the outer world. I'm curious to see how it is, because I might be able to figure it out based off of those cards, but I don't think I can this time. Spirit, can we have the outer world? What energies are coming towards group number 4 in their external world? Thank you. Just this week. We have flow. I'll show you that in a moment. What's coming towards them this week? We have the Magician. The Empress. You're getting all major arcana cards. Hold on. What else this week? Outer world, outer world. Okay. Yeah, all 4 of these are major arcana, and then you have 3 of Wands. All right, so let's see. So again, we have flow. This is Temperance card. You have magic tricks or the Magician, Empress or Mama, Daydream or High Priestess, and then the 3 of Summertime or Wands. So over here towards the end of the week, it was a little bit easier to read this one because you're going to be rising up, expanding, or even traveling, some of you. I would say maybe towards Thursday or Friday, or I guess Saturday for many of you. The letter G is coming through because the green called out to me. I'm feeling a sense of weightlessness from the kites. That's probably a first. I actually felt the kites rising into the air. So I feel like something is just, there's like a lifting feeling for you towards the end of the week. So over here, this is outer world energy. I think that there's going to be an actually nice flow. I do think that things are going to be relatively peaceful and abundant for you this week. Although, with the Daydream card, I'm not entirely sure. So let me clarify. Can you tell us about the Daydream card? Sorry, this is the Lover's card, the 1. Okay, so that one was the only one I wasn't sure of, and so now I'm like, okay, maybe there is still that psychic communication that always seems to pop up in group 4, but who knows? Okay, so what else do they need to know about their outer world? Group 4 this week. Kitty or Strength, again, another major arcana. These are all, it's a very powerful energy for you this week, which makes sense. We did see the progression of your spiritual growth in a profound way. It was not just like a little baby step kind of energy. It was a full waking up of some kind. When I said to you before that you're going to really unlock something, I think I said about your own inner kindness or self-kindness, that is a very big deal. That is something that many of you may have been working on for years, maybe a lifetime, that sort of a thing. So that is a big deal, okay? What else? Anything else in their outer world? Final messages or advice? Outer world. Same cards as before, actually. So we have here hanging around. So again, it feels like in your outer world, nothing really out of the ordinary. It might kind of feel slow at times, like you're just sort of hanging there. Things might feel a little bit in a limbo, but I feel like that it's just going to be level, as I said. And then finally, you are going to see the rest of the week just kind of be in balance. I do think that it's going to be a peaceful balance, a quiet balance, even a loving balance. If you are dealing with another person, I feel like there is going to be that loving connection this week as well. I'm not seeing any issue there. Like there's no fighting, there's no disagreements. It's just a lot of peacefulness. Anything else? Okay, and so finally, we have the 7 of Imagination or Cups. So the final card is there. They actually said a phrase to me. They said, it is what you make of it. So this week and basically the rest of your, like your path onward is what you make of it. So just remember that, you know, just remember with all of your ability of manifestation, all of your ability of creativity or, you know, action, whatever it is, everything is what you make of it, specifically you. That's just something that they're telling you, maybe because that's something that you have believed in the past, but either you forgot or kind of got derailed or something. But I think that they're reminding you to create the future that you want based off of the energy you are in now, and of course the actions that you take. All right, so I think that's probably it, group 4. Interesting week, you know, definitely let me know how things go, and I do hope that this resonated for you. Okay, so just a reminder, the early summer sale I think is pretty much almost over. There should be some slots left. The link is below. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, okay? And oh, I did do a reading a couple days ago, Messages from Your Higher Self, in case you want to check that out. Okay, so thanks once again, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.